Hey guys, Sword here, and this is going to be Operation Dome number 71, the 71st episode of the Operation Dome series. The series my friends and I, we're going to be encasing the entire world in glass and glass panes. And I'm here with Sneaky Attack 46, and I have no idea what happened to his mic. I don't know if it's off or he does not realize that it's not turned on. But if he contributes to the commentary, then that'd be fine. Just mainly, we have a lot of work to do, and school is back in session, and that really sucks. Honestly, that completely and utterly sucks. That throughout the whole vacation, I was pretty much working pretty much by the day. Like, it's that we had an inspection going on, we hired some new workers and all the other good stuff. I had to do a lot of cleaning. It was not that great of a spring break for me that I had to work throughout the whole week. So, there was that. Not much work has really been done in Operation Dome and Operation Bedrock thus far, I got to admit, but hopefully that will be able to pick things up because I'll probably get less hours as the school year goes by. And then of course once summer break is just around the corner, when summer break is here, that's going to give me 3 months to actually do a lot of work from then on forth. Everybody will have a lot of free time. We don't have to worry about school getting in the way. If some of us have a part-time job, then that's the only thing that's going to get in the way. But majority-wise, during the time that we are in summer break, I could get a lot of work done, whether it be from Let's Plays, whether it be from Operation Dome or Operation Bedrock, or any other things that may pop up here and there. Possibly I'll do a lot more live streams as time goes by, but the thing I really want to do though is that I really got to get back to working out again, because one of the things is that I've actually been gaining a little bit of weight, just 4 pounds. Oh my god, I am so fat just by gaining 4 pounds. But that just shows that, hey, I don't have that metabolism anymore, so I can't just eat everything that I want to eat. I'm going to start to gain weight again. So when I found out that I gained 4 pounds, that was just like a little bit of a wake-up call. So now I'm going to actually have to work out even more. Try to get my cardio up first of all, because I cannot run around the whole entire block without getting winded out, if that's a terminology I could use here. But I am really out of shape. I could run for a good amount of distance, but then of course once it's over, I need to lay down and I need to breathe, otherwise I'm going to pass out. So yeah, I'm really out of shape, so cardio is going to be the first thing I'm going to have to work on before I work on anything else, because without cardio, then your endurance is just low. Because without endurance, you're not going to be able to do much of anything else. I've actually tried doing a workout session, but then it turns out that I really need to get cardio. Wow, that was a different car that roared on by. Sneaky Tech, is your mic broken? Because I need to know, buddy. Or is it that my mic is messing up? I can't even tell. Let me see. Okay, yeah, your mic is off, so I have no idea. Let's see. Looks like you're active in the game, but I guess your microphone is running out of batteries or something. I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, again, that when I did a workout session a long time ago, when I said I was going to work out, I was actually catching my breath because, yeah, I am really out of shape. So cardio is going to be the first thing I'm going to work at. Hopefully I'll be able to get Friday nights, like a lot of Friday nights, because I know a place where there's a lot of trampolines I could actually go to. So if I were to go over there, just jump on the trampolines a few times, that's going to be good cardio work as long as you keep going at it. Have you ever gone to a trampoline and just kept on jumping up and down for a long extended amount of time? Yeah, that's gonna take some endurance in itself. That's still fun though. Maybe I'll learn to actually how to do backflips and other gymnastic type of deals. So if I could go with that for cardio workouts, then so be it. That would be a thing for me, right? And then I could go running, because Star is actually kind of gaining some weight as well. So I need to walk and run Star more often. So she loves to run. She just doesn't really get that many opportunities to do so. Because mainly I've been going to work daily, and then when it hits nighttime, it's already 11, even at midnight. And going out at midnight isn't actually a best way to go about that. So if I'm able to actually do more of the exercises, get more cardio up, and hopefully that before I go to work I actually could go on a run, then I could get Star to run with me. Just as long as it's not too hot, because if it gets too hot, then it could be risky for a dog to start running in the heat. especially when, of course, dogs don't sweat and their heat rises up and they can't sweat it off. They could get a heat stroke easily. So you got to be careful when it comes to those things. There's a lot of planning that has to go along with actually running the daytime. So it's better to actually run in the nighttime. And then here's the predicament again. I don't have much time to do that. I only have a few days off where I could actually do that, but it really kind of needs to be daily for Star so that it could actually be a bigger progress. So like I said, hopefully during the summer break, at least I'll be able to get more time to do everything that I need to be doing. So working out, of course, that's going to be one of the deals. Maybe I'll actually do a progression weekly type of video on this channel or maybe on a different channel. I'm not too sure, but I want to go with it and I want to keep myself motivated. So making videos will help me keep motivated because it will actually help me keep track. And one of the things that can really help you keep track is if you were to watch your weight daily. It may not be like a thing that a lot of people may think of, but actually looking at your weight daily could actually help you lose weight because you will know what your standards is. You already know what your limit is at. So let's say if you weigh let's say 150 pounds, like you weigh yourself one day 150 pounds, you do a workout, next day 150 pounds, that's good. Next few days you keep weighing yourself and you want to lose some weight, then you find out that you lost some weight. That's making progress, because if you were to find out that you were gaining weight like past 150 pounds, then something is wrong there. Then of course, if you want to gain muscle, then gaining weight is kind of the thing that you want to look for, but you got to make sure that it's not the fat weight. It has to be muscle weight. Right now I'm not looking for muscle weight, I'm just looking to actually be a little bit more toned. Then later on, as I am getting better and better with the exercises, then I'll go look for actually gaining more muscle weight. That's going to be a lot of protein shakes, people. A lot of protein shakes, a lot of beef or a lot of broccoli, I don't know. Eat your vegetables. It'll help you actually, gain muscle and also be healthy. Remember when they keep telling us eat your vegetables, otherwise you won't be grown up to be big and strong? I guess they were telling the truth in that department. It just took me about a good, I would say 13 years before I actually started eating my vegetables. And I'm not gonna lie, I love eating vegetables. It's just I don't eat it every single day, because not many fast food restaurants even offer vegetables. Oh, the conundrum and the predicament that we live in today's society, when actually eating healthy costs way more than actually eating junk food. Junk food all around. It's cheaper to get a hamburger than it is to get a salad. That is just horrible in itself now, isn't it? And don't even think that the McDonald's salad is actually good for you. Yeah, I would not go with that. If you're gonna eat a salad, do not have the dressing with that, because a lot of the calories is within the dressing in itself. That's how they get you guys. That's how they get you. You got to look out for those stuff. I should learn how to cook though. That's going to be the main part. If you learn how to cook and you know how to actually maintain and clean everything and make sure that you're eating the right stuff, that's going to help you a lot in the long run. But of course, if you just, work out everything that you eat, then it just goes all the way back to full circle now, doesn't it? Just as long as you don't eat junk food, you actually eat something that's healthier or a better alternative to junk food, and you still work it off, then you're still going to make progress no matter what. It's just with all the health foods or all the stuff that they want you to take, it's going to help you a lot if you follow their diet plan, I guess. But enough about that. What's going on in Operation Dome is that we are trying to get every single sand block, and then we're going to make them into glass, and then we're going to turn them into glass blocks and glass panes and actually work on the ceiling. We're going to fill up the chest first. I don't even know how to speak anymore. Fill up the chest and then make them all into glass blocks, and then we'll work on the ceiling. So whenever we get a full chest, of course, you'll know when we actually start working on the ceiling. That just shows that we are finally done with collecting sand for a little bit, and then we're going to be working on the ceiling more and more. It's going to be a lot of work, guys. Once this is done, then we're just going to have to make everything look pretty once more. And once that's done, then we can put this world up for download for anyone who wants to download it, just for going to a world that is in survival and has a giant dome around us. And for some odd reason, we still got a lighting glitch up there, so there's a tower that just signifies where the lighting glitch is, and I want that to be gone. It's just an eyesore throughout the whole entire thing. Like, everywhere you look, it's just gonna be the same color, but once you go over there, you see that there's a light splotch. Somebody put a torch above there, and now that light spot will forever be there. It's quite annoying, and it's been saved, so there's nothing I could do to actually take that back, so that is why it's still there. Just want to make sure I do not lose any of these sand blocks, because every single sand block is essential for the project. And speaking of goals, I got some goals on Pixelmon. And here's the plugin for Pixelmon. Hopefully I can say this within a minute. If you'd like to join me on Pixelmon, feel free to do so. It's going to be mvblock.org. You're going to have to download Pixelmon mod of 3.4.0, and you're going to have to download Forge mod version 1.7.10, last four ending numbers, and 1230. So if you'd like to join us, feel free to do so. Just mainly follow the rules. Just respect the players, the moderators, the staff, the owner, myself, and everybody else around in the server. And as well as do not grief, do not steal, do not x-ray, and do not raid. And as well as that, just have fun. It is survival with Minecraft and of course Pixelmon. Or if you want to know what it is, it's Pokemon plus Minecraft equals Pixelmon. So what more could you ask for? You could register, you could vote, and you could find some Pokemon all around. Just trade people, battle each other, try to get the best Pokemon that there is. We have EV training, we have breeding, we have tournaments. We also have I did say tournaments, gym leaders, and all the other stuff that goes along with the server. And we're still updating every single time that we find a new project to do. We're trying to put in more stuff into the game, so things will go along and things will be updated, and we possibly get a new server as well. But who knows how things is gonna go. But feel free to join us, have fun, and just respect the rules and respect the players, and you'll do great. If you know how to do Pokemon, there you go. And if you know about MCMMO, then that's perfect as well. And I think that was like 2 minutes, but hey, anything to help the server. I am a moderator and an advertiser on the server, so I do the best I can to help people out. So let's move on to what's going on in here. Honestly, just digging along, just digging everywhere that I see, get every single sand block that there is to possibly get in this area. That all this that's going to be once a barren wasteland of desert is now going to be a beautiful green land of grass. That there's going to be peaceful mobs spawning around, and once I ever get to, you know, easy mode, or not easy mode, peaceful mode, we will no longer see mobs running about trying to kill us all. That they're all going to be gone, and we're all going to be happy that we don't have to starve to death within Operation Bedrock. Oh yeah, especially Operation Bedrock. We won't have to starve to death in Operation Bedrock, but in Operation Dome, we won't have to worry about the creepers or the spiders or the zombies or the endermen bothering us. Especially with the endermen, they keep taking my blocks away. What is it with them in blocks? Like seriously, why is that a thing? Ah well, I just really hope that summer break comes along rather quickly, and I really hope I get a good grade in one of my classes. I'm only taking one class, but I've not been paying attention to that one class. Honestly, I haven't. Although I have a steady grade right now, but things could change at the end. So I really got to pick up my act and actually start learning again so that I do not get a bad grade. Because seriously, that would just be an embarrassment, because I would have to retake the class again and then spend more time with that one class when I could have actually learned how to do everything and then move on to a different class. But what I'm thinking right now is that I'm going to be trying to take some speech classes, because speech class is always fun, just as long as you get the right teacher. And it's going to help me along with the commentaries, and as well as it's going to help me along with everything I'm probably going to do. It's just going to help my self-confidence about, because doing public speaking in itself, it is a ordeal, because you're gonna have to stand in front of a classroom or stand in front of audience to actually say what you're gonna say. If you memorize it well, then it's perfect. If not, then it could be quite awkward. I'm pretty sure that they have notepads jotted down to know what they're gonna say next, but still, just for the fact that if you want to actually try to memorize everything to make yourself more credible, that's going to be a different story right there. I'm not too sure how people do it all the time, but if they can do it, then maybe I could do it as well. Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to find a classroom that everybody's going to be friends with, and then that we're going to help each other out and support each other and try to get each other through with all of this ordeal. Because again, doing public speaking, it is an ordeal. Speaking in front of an audience, you are nervous. Do you remember when you ever did a recital of a poem that the teacher calls you up front and you're going to have to actually recite the poem or recite the thing that you have read? I remember actually doing that. I remember actually memorizing everything up to one word. I completely messed up one word, and that was so bad. But I got an A- out of that, and then they told me, "Did you memorize the other thing?" It's like, what other thing? I did not realize that there was a backside to the thing that I was supposed to be actually memorizing to. I had to memorize two different things, and I spent all the time just memorizing one thing. It was quite embarrassing. She actually gave me a good 5 to 10 minutes to try to memorize it the best I could, and surprisingly, I kind of got like half the words right. It was kind of iffy, because I got an A- on one side and I think I got a C on the other. At least it wasn't a D or an F, because then I would have to have some explaining to do. I'm pretty sure my parents would understand that, but you know, back then, people were strict about grades. If you got a bad grade, then, of course, there was punishment to be had. But at least for me, I was able to get a C. I was happy with that. I think my parents were not so happy, but at least it wasn't a D or an F, because that would have been worse. But yeah, remember those recitals? Those were fun times now, weren't they, people? So much fun. Everybody was nervous. Everyone was always choked up, and then you would say all the words that you wanted to, that you could remember to say, and then you just freeze up, and then the teacher has to tell you the next word and the next word and the next word, and then turns out the teacher is just reciting the whole thing for you. Yeah, I've had those moments too, but I was really dedicated back in the second grade to memorize some of the words. It was fun. If only I could actually remember what they were. I knew it had to do with breakfast, and then the other side had to do with outer space. But it's like, I did not even see that there was a backside. I thought that I only had to memorize one whole thing. The whole ordeal in itself, it is quite scary that even in middle school or even elementary school when we had to do recitals, nobody had your back then. Everyone was kind of out for each other, that everyone was just as nervous as you are, but we had no idea how to support each other. We all just kept silent because of course the teacher wanted us to keep silent, so there was nothing we could actually possibly do to help. If a person makes a mistake, then the person is embarrassed by that mistake, and nobody's actually doing any encouragement words or anything like that. Everyone just kept quiet. If only things were different back then, a lot of people would have no problem actually going up in front of an audience and to do whatever they need to do, whether it be a recital or whether it need to be a presentation, all that stuff. Even with presentations, like when you had to bring up your project in front of a class, it was kind of scary as well, because you actually had to tell people what you know about the project and how things work with the project. Some people can mess up with that as well. Again, it's kind of nerve-wracking to be in front of an audience, and elementary school and high school doesn't really teach you all that much about it, but in college, everyone has each other's backs. So this is why I kind of like to go with speech classes in college, especially with the teacher that I had. He was a great teacher. He taught us a lot of stuff, and he taught us how to actually avoid saying uhs and ums. Like, that's the thing that I actually avoid saying in my commentary, but in other words or in other things that I do actually bring up, I do have other sense fillers. Sense fillers when you say uhs or ums, or that you say during a sentence that either continues on what you're going to say, or it's going to be like a transitional type of word or phrase to actually bring on the next thing that you're going to say, or it's a habit saying that you have to say this just to continue on what you're saying. So you will notice at times I've actually been called out for a lot of those things, because whenever I stop saying one sentence filler, it's going to bring up a different sentence filler. It is a cycle. It is a tough cycle to break, but at least I'm not saying uhs or ums. Like, I'm trying not to say that, and I'm happy that I avoid saying them at all costs. The only time when I actually do say it is, of course, when I'm having a casual conversation with my friends, which is normal because nobody judges you for saying uhs and ums in a casual conversation. But one of the other things is that I do avoid saying them in my videos. The only time when you actually do hear me say it, if it's for added emphasis for a joke or something. Rarely you will ever hear me say or for any instance other than that. Again, casual conversation with my friends, I will say it, and then for other emphasis, that's when I'll say it as well. But that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys, because making a commentary for 30 minutes is quite tough, especially when you have to do it by yourself most of the time. This is where Let's Plays come in handy, because within a Let's Play, it is just everyone's focused on the game, as well as some people are actually focused on what you want to say in the commentary. But the thing is that with a Let's Play, you don't want to focus so much on the visuals of the video game in itself, because people are already seeing what's going on. Some people want you to explain what you think about the game, or what you think about other stuff, and sometimes that, of course, if you have like a duo commentary or a triple commentary, I don't know what that is. Tri-commentary? I don't think that's a word. But 3 people doing a commentary, people want to hear what you guys are discussing, because it's more or less in the light of the situation of the video game in itself, depending on what video game it is. And apologies for the jump cut, but apparently some guy was riding his moped or a motorcycle or the dirt bike motorcycle type of thing, because that engine itself was so loud. I wanted to leave it in there, but it literally carried on for a good minute. I'm like, give me a break. Why do you have to drive down here at this time? Seriously, that thing was loud. Where was I? The only thing I hate about jump cuts is sometimes I actually forget my train of thought because I was so focused on actually waiting on the thing to pass that I completely forgot what I was saying. I know I was talking about Let's Plays. So with Let's Plays, some people want to hear you talk about something that's other about the game. Some people actually want you to talk about the game. So it's kind of nice to actually have it a mix that you don't focus too much about the game, but you don't talk about too much of the game. So that's the thing right there. Because everyone can already see what's going on in the game, so you don't really have to explain what's going on unless you actually do have to explain what you're doing for whatever reason and how that's gonna work. That's when an explanation is needed. But if it's just something like, of course, it's so straightforward that you don't have to explain what you're gonna need to do. Like, I'm gonna have to jump to the top right here to start on the top layer and then go down from here. You don't really need to hear that. You already see what's going on, and it's pretty much self-explanatory from there. Unless if I really need to explain something, that's when I will explain it. Sometimes it's just way too dead obvious, especially when I'm actually making a intro for the series. I do that for any newcomer that comes to the video series in itself. If they've never seen my videos before, they don't never seen my channel before, that's when I do the explanation. It's usually brief, about a good 10 to 15 seconds, so it's not that bad. At least I don't take like the whole minute to explain everything. And I've also been thinking about the call to action topic that I talked about on Operation Bedrock. Call to action is just mainly to ask people or to remind people. That should be the better term for it. Ask reminds is kind of the same thing depending on how you do it, but I digress. Is that you remind or tell people to actually like the video if they like the video, or subscribe if they want to see more of the stuff, or check out the YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, what is it, LinkedIn? Nobody uses LinkedIn. Yeah, either way, just whatever you could do to actually support the channel, that's what the call to action is used for. And yes, I do want to actually try to use it, but I will make a final decision when the time comes for Operation Bedrock to be shown up, because I did talk about it in Operation Bedrock. I want to finish the discussion on Operation Bedrock. So if I do decide to actually use that or start using call to action, then I'll let you guys know for the final verdict. So if you want to tell me about the call to action, what do you think about it, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. And if you're okay with me actually using that, please let me know. I need to know if you guys will be okay if I start to do the call to action, because I really want to see this channel grow. I want to see it progress, and the only way I could actually make it progress is if I were to take the steps to help myself become better. I actually always ask for your feedback. I ask for your comments. I ask for words of encouragement, just anything to help me get by with making these videos as well, because I make these videos for you guys, and knowing that I am entertaining somebody out there, that makes me happy, and that what makes me continue on to make more videos. It is you guys that I'm making the videos for, and I have you guys to thank, because without you guys, I would not be in this position, or I would not be up to this point making more videos, and I would have been doing something else. So it is because of you guys that I'm continuing on making videos. Yeah! And the guy on the motorized bike actually returned, so I actually had to jump that out, or jump cut that out too. So in a little bit of a recap, that spring break is over. I didn't actually get enough time to actually work on Operation Bedrock and Operation Dome, and I apologize for that. Work comes first, so I can't really do anything about that. Then, of course, we only have about a good, I would say, 2 months left of school. So whenever summer break arrives, and at least with that 3 months, I'll be able to actually pick up an Operation Bedrock and Operation Dome to actually continue on working. I know I've said it before that I was going to give myself 3 months, but then things gone just bad from there. So I do not want that to be the thing that actually just stopped me from working on this. So summer break, it's going to be that one make it or break it time, where if I don't get anything accomplished in that summer break, then that's when I could actually call it quits and work on something different, something new to bring onto the channel, something more exciting. So that's going to be a deal from there, and hopefully I'll be able to actually better myself during summer break, where I could actually do some workouts and all that other stuff and get myself a little bit more healthy from there. Then, of course, I talked about speech classes, which I want to take more speech classes. Hopefully my teacher from the first time I've taken speech is still there and still teaching, because that's going to be like a reunion, and it's going to be fun, and probably I'll progress from there. And then just going back to making let's plays. I really hope I could actually do some let's plays over summer break, so I'm gonna have to dedicate some days to work on some let's plays and all the other stuff along about that. And of course, I did talk about Pixelmon. If you want to join me on Pixelmon, everything's gonna be in the description below, so you can check it out for yourself. That if you would like to join me, feel free to do so. And then what else did I say? I did talk about some commentary things where I did say that I avoid saying uhs and ums, and I do say other sense fillers, so if people call me out on it, then I'll know what to actually avoid saying next time. And then of course, if I stop saying that one, it's just gonna bring a new one altogether now. So if you don't like it, then hopefully you like the other sense fillers I do say. I'm trying to remember anything else that I may have talked about. All I know is that I really want to get some progress done, and I think that the last day of classes would be towards the middle of May or the end of May. I'm not really too sure. So we already got April here, and then May's right here. So yeah, we pretty much got 2 months left of classes. And I really don't want to fail this one. I'm pretty sure I'm at least going to get a B. I'm positive, I'm absolutely positive that I'm going to get a B. But I'm going to try to shoot for the A because, you know, you got to get your A pluses because the scores or the... What's the thing? It's not a report card anymore. That's elementary. What's it called? Grade point average. There you go. That's the better one. Big boy words now. So it is the grade point average that actually takes the most impact, whether if you get a B or an A. It does make a difference here. So I want to actually improve my grade point average, so at least I could actually possibly get some grants here and there if I really want to go for those. But right now, as of this point, truthfully, I'm just taking it slow. I'm not really in much of a hurry to get a degree, but at least as long as I'm continuing on with the education, that is fine. At least my father is happy with that. He's not pressuring me to actually get a degree just this instant. He just told me just as long as you continue on taking classes and you're continuing on making progress one way or another, then I'm happy for that. So that's the support of my father, and I really appreciate that. So I really got nothing else to say right now because I have no idea what else I could actually bring onto the commentary, and I'm pretty sure I've already got at least a good 25 minutes. 25 or 30 minutes, that's fine with me. I usually go for 30, but if I can't reach the 30 minutes, then I'm just not gonna actually go for it due to the fact that I really don't want to be redundant and I really don't want to ramble on too much. So that's gonna be a thing. Okay, so I'm going to end off the video here. Thank you, SneakyTac46, for joining me and helping me out with whatever you're doing all the way over there. Probably getting some sand, I'm pretty sure you are. And let's see where we could get from here into the next episode. But until then, have a great day, everyone. Where's my sword at? There we go. Okay, I'm SwordKing090. That was SneakyTac46. Have a great day, everyone. And as always, we will see you in the next video.